Hey everyone, I've really been enjoying playing with this new journal that I've done, and I thought, excuse me, I was having a look through at some of the older photos that I've got, and I came up with these two. These are my, was my great nan, my gran. Lived in an old farm down in Cornwall. And I'm guessing these must have been taken very early 60s, because that's an uncle of mine, although he's only, I think, about 3 or 4 years older than me. So I thought, okay, let's make up a couple of vintage pages, or I've seen them called heritage pages, not sure. So I thought we'd have a play. So to save time, because I do appreciate that the last video went on a little long, I found this paper, and for the life of me, I also can't find, I know I got it off Etsy, but I can't find my purchase for it. So if you know who did it, please let me know, and I will put a link below. So what I'm going to plan to do is a whole page or double page layout. So I'm thinking to glue that down in the middle, and then those. First of all, I need to ink the edges. I always forget something, because I'm having to do this trying to avoid direct sunlight, which is getting to be a bit of a nightmare. So I thought, if this is going to be vintage, it will need, oh, don't you just love this IKEA furniture? Wobbles. It didn't help actually that I bought this one. All the rest I actually went to the store to get. This one, I thought, I'm not going back just to get one single table. So I got it off eBay. Not eBay, Amazon. And it arrived and it had 2 legs. And I'm thinking, okay, I know I can make do and mend with lots of stuff, but not even I could rescue a 2-legged table. And so I phoned up Amazon and I said, right, I need to send it back. Yeah, go ahead. But I wanted them to collect it. Not a chance. And it was going to cost me something like 50 quid to send the table back. So I ended up having to go to IKEA anyway and buy 2 more legs for it. But I think the whole thing is knackered, because it just wobbles like mad. It's the one table I've got that isn't very good. All the other IKEA stuff has been quite good. Right, that's grunged that down a bit. It's got to be old. Let's glue it in. So I want this to fit in the middle. So if I do, well, this hot weather is killing my glue. That's better. Okay, boring bits. Not fussed about getting the whole edge glued down. I think it can look quite nice when it's so I want that to fit right in the crease. There we go. Somebody commented that it looked like fun. It is fun. Journaling is supposed to be fun. And it's like, come on, people. Oh, I take making my books seriously, and I always try to do the best that I can. And then sometimes it's like, do you know what? Take your brain out, be a kid, and just have a bit of fun. So, now if it doesn't work, you might hear me swearing. Although I'm actually good at editing now, so you might not. I might just decide to cut it out. That works. That closes. So, pictures of me nan, or me gran, should I say. That one, I have to say, if I hold on that chicken, yep, she does look a pretty formidable woman. I don't remember her like that, I have to say. I think she died when I was 9 or 10. I just remember her as this old lady that lived in this extremely old, and in some ways quite creepy farmhouse, but always had tea cakes. No, it was, and it was fun. It was fun going to see her. So there's one. I did wonder about making these sepia coloured, and I had to play around with them, but it's like, nah, they are what they are. My son-in-law once commented, or one of my son-in-laws once commented, he was always amazed at how I could make new things look old. Second hand. Bless. There you go, Russ. Second hand. Right. And the reason we got doilies, because I never used doilies, is I just had an order from a lady and she's asked for doilies, and I'm like, oh my life, I don't know if I've actually got any. So I thought, go and have a look. What I do, hidden at the back of all my stuff, I actually had some doilies. Now I don't know if that's going to be a bit too dark, but we'll see. Seeing as I always have tons of them left, shouldn't be too much of a hardship to throw one away and start again. Right, so those are doilies, and I wanted some. Sorry, I keep just suddenly occurred to me I'm actually not doing this in camera. Those are some pictures. I found some tags, remember days gone by, and I'm like, ooh, shall I use them? So I thought I'd give them a go. I have got loads of stamps that I bought. These ones, I don't think I've ever used them, which is a shame. If I put them on a white background, it might make more sense. These definitely came off Amazon because I couldn't buy anything like that around here. So that was one. A little bird that I've fussy cut for no other reason than the fact I actually really liked it. 1, 2. And another tag, Voices from the Past. This definitely is, bless her. She was getting on for 100, I think, when she died. So, we have a look. I want one at the top of the page. One at the bottom of the page, just to sort of balance it out. And these flowers are nothing more than the fact that, do you know what, I actually really like these. They remind me of hedgerows. Maybe not that one, that's just a pretty one. I've got some lace. So if I move that down a bit, and that one up a bit, I can tie it all in. That one. And what have we got for over here? We've got that. Well, that looks quite nice. I can't even imagine my gran was ever one for much lace. But I have to say, I don't honestly know. Let's move that one up, and then I can put that on there. These little die cuts that I've had in my box for ages. Let's move that over. And that's quite nice. And then I did find one for over there. Now I did wonder about putting string in these, but I think it's going to make it too chunky. I do need to be able to close this book at some point, so I think we'll go for that. Right, let's glue it all down. I don't know about the rest of the country, but we are still sweltering at the moment. What do you reckon? Can't remember. About that. That was quite nice. How about a nice little fan like that? Although really grand should be centre, front and centre. Ah, there we go. It's just a question of playing around with them, seeing what you like. And then that one, I quite like it over the edge of the page. Right, so let's cheat. I know that first one's right. And then stick it down up there. Yeah, that looks quite good. I don't know how you're supposed to do this. So, in the absence and then Gran can go front and centre. I quite like that that's loose, but I do think that that's a bit too loose. So just stick that bit down. I think that one ought to go on next. These things are a complete nightmare. So I sort of give up trying to glue it all. And I think that can go on there. There we are. Right, bit of lace at the bottom. Now this, people are probably going to be shouting there going, what are you doing? Well, if I'm honest, I don't really know. All I know is this is what works for me. So that's that one. And I've got my little tag, Voices from the Past. Nearly. No, I think I like it that way. Right, page 1 done. Okay, let's get rid of all the bits. So, let's do this one down a bit more this time. And then grain can go in there. That's to go at the top. I think she can go there. That one I think should have been moved up a bit, but hey ho, such is life. So I wanted that one. Yeah, although I have got some little flowers from Hobbycraft. I quite like these ones because I can squash them flat. But do you know what? I'm not going to on this one because I want it. I don't want it very bulky. Okay, so lace first. Otherwise I'm going to forget where it's got to go. I have to say this glue is very good. So I just stick that down. So I got a mat. My cutting mat I've forgotten to take out from underneath the cover. And it's causing a bit of a ledge. Now this, I suppose, could be made dimensional. No, I'm not going to because this book is turning out so chunky anyway. So I reckon that can go on there. And then this is really fun actually, just digging out old photos. And then the bird in the middle. Maybe that side, because it's a bit empty over this side. My mistake I made when I die cut these is I've used paper, which is why they're so flipping flexible. Or for flexible, read floppy. So if you use card, it's going to be much easier. There we are. My gran. My finished. I'm not sure which one I like best actually, heritage or vintage. I don't know, they're both. It is both. It is heritage to me because it's my great nan, and vintage because it's old. Right, next one. Now, because I couldn't find much in the way of old family photos, I have taken the liberty of going through my rather large photo collection and printing off what I thought were quite nice ones. I love that. A picture of a lady, Ellen, Therese and daughter. I have no idea who she was, but she just looks so happy with that little girl. So I thought we'd stick with the doilies because they seem to fit well with the vintage theme. So the idea, I think, is that I've just picked out a load of random stuff that actually all the colours work. And I love that picture of a rose. I think that ought to be tucked underneath. I've got some bits of lace. I quite like that. A decent sized die cut, or a bit of one, but I thought that would actually go quite nicely with those. And then I got that says notes from the past, and I couldn't make my mind up. And then we've got one that says our legacy. And that's exactly what children are, aren't they? They are our legacy. So that's my intention, is to put it like that. I'm not using the backing page for this one because this is one of the ones that I've printed a very faint pattern on. So I thought, do you know what, that'll actually look quite good like that. So, that one's got to go on first. I want it to look quite rough around the edges. I've just ripped it up with a ruler. Just put a ruler on the edge and just ripped it to size. So let's just make it look a bit more used. I thought that one would go, I think, down here somewhere. I think if I stick it on about there, that's not going to be too far off. And then she will go up there. Now, where's me? Don't you just hate it when that happens? There we go. I can never find anything. Maybe a little less on this one. That will go there. And the lady. These tags and stuff are, I've got 4 huge boxes of ephemera, and it's every so often I'll raid them and rediscover long lost things that I've printed out, taken the time to actually cut out, and then never used. Right, so if I just take the newness of that, that's better. Doesn't look half as new now. I think I'm going to use that one. This is purely me having fun and hopefully giving you some ideas of how to do for your own journal. And you may even have, I'm sure lots of people have, their own actual special photos. I know I've got a couple. I've got one from the of my actual nan and granddad from the, I think it's from the 50s, late 50s perhaps, early 60s. I don't know. I'm certainly going to have a play with that one. I want her to be central to that. And then I want that one, I think, to go underneath. Decisions, choices. I just realised that my fingers are in the way. Sorry about that. I can't make my mind up now. Oh, actually, there we go. That's how I want it. Luckily I hadn't put too much glue on those. So if I just stick down the top bit of this picture, because I know I've got to put a tag underneath of it. I get through so much of this glue. Same again, I haven't put anything on it because I really am trying to keep the bulk off it. I reckon that can go down like that, which means I can then stick that one down. It really is as rough and as ready as I am making it look. And then, actually that might look better down the bottom. So this lace is awkward. I don't know whether to use that. It's quite hard. Sometimes to stick it down requires the patience of a saint. I know, get the glue gun out, but hey, you saw my last attempt at glue gunning. I always end up getting more on my fingers than anywhere else. So that little bit will eventually stick to that. So if I leave that alone for a moment, and then this one, can go up there. Just sort of balances the page out, I think. Okay, so that's my sort of second one. Music paper. Well, we're back. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I think my battery cut out on me. And then I've got this, or these, was part of a rack I received from Debbie Hicks. They're gorgeous. Debbie, thank you so much. So I thought one of those Might just go beautiful. I know, I'm trying not to make it too chunky. But you know, sometimes you just got to do these things. I think that will look cracking down there. Right, first things first. Let's get this all that one's done, that one's done. Let's give this a bit of a going over. I thought damask was very appropriate. I'm going to use a background on that page, on the craft page. It doesn't quite go with the colour scheme that I want for it. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Right, next thing I've got to do is just add a bit of colour to these ivy leaves. Now I've just got antique linen, and just because antique linen is green, I don't care. Yeah. No, antique paper is the green one. Antique linen is the yellow one. That's it. Either way, it just gives it a bit of... There we go. Just give it a bit of something on the edge. Right, I think that's everything. So if I glue the page down first, so I know what I'm working to, which is always useful. It's same thing again, tore it with a ruler. So I've got straight edges, but they're not 100%. No, I want that one on first, I think, up here somewhere. I think we've nearly all got we've nearly all got things that we've printed off that for one reason or another we just never used. Perhaps the colours didn't go, or it wasn't quite right. Whereas this, actually, for what I'm doing here, works brilliantly. There we are, and I like that. Right, now don't laugh. I'm going to have to use a glue gun. Because it's going to be the only way of getting that to stick quickly. If it wasn't for the fact I was filming, see, rubbish. I can't work out if I don't put enough on, or I'm just too slow. I think I'm probably just too slow. Right, done. So then I think she can go in there, because I wanted that just to hang over the page edge. So maybe this one on first. As I said, rough, ready and effective. Right, that's that one, because then she will go on there. Oh. And she can then be stuck over the top. My life, it's worked. Right, that's my glue gun ready to go for the next one. What do you reckon? Yeah, I think we'll go for that. I just wanted to frame the picture. That bit of fabric out. Okay, that's that one. Oh, I love these. I think that ought to go up there. I could actually, I suppose, cut them in half. Straighten at an angle. Oh yeah. Thank you, Debbie. They are brilliant. And then I think this little bit of lace, because this lady looks dead elegant. Just fit in the corner down there. I've actually got some more of these, but I think that one might look quite nice. Notes from the past. There we go. So there we have it, 4 pages. I have actually got my nan's picture to go on there, but that's going to be a very different style to these. So that's my great nan. That's one vintage page layout. Then we have a very, very pretty, albeit stranger to me, lady and her daughter. And another equally pretty lady and a really sweet looking child. So just ideas for vintage page layouts if you have, you know, this pictures and you're not 100% sure, just to give you some ideas. So there we go. I have got this one. Bless her, this is my nan and my granddad taken back in the 50s, I think. late 50s perhaps, after National Service. I know my granddad was in the Home Guard, so maybe early 50s. I don't know. But I'd got some colour stuff together, everything that I thought matched. I thought I was going to put it on that page, but it actually might work better on that page. It's a song sheet, the old-fashioned faith. I do actually want a bit of journaling on this one because I want to write a couple of notes, and I thought I might keep them quite straight, so hence adding that library card so I can add some notes to that. And I just love that picture of the ivy. And then I've got a banner for the top, dear to my heart. Although, saying that, it might look nicer down there, because I've got a really pretty butterfly. But this is a much more, it's retro rather than vintage. But yeah, I will have a play with that and put those together. But yeah, I miss you, Nan. Right, I hope I've given you some ideas. I'm going to go away and have a play. I'm thoroughly enjoying doing this. It's very much... Right, okay, my turn. I make lots of books for people and I thoroughly enjoy doing that, but sometimes you just got to step back and have a bit of fun with it. Right, I will speak to you all later. Take care. Bye.